On Friday, Meghan Markle's agency announced that Meghan could pull a Mysterious Children into a new Netflix series again as a final card, but it raised the question, who she'll borrow to pretend they're her kids? Remember that Meghan announced she was pregnant, but a month later the royal family discovered she was using a surrogate and wearing a fake bump. Knowing what we know about Meghan now, this kind of fakery is totally feasible. A source also revealed that Meghan also refused to be examined by any doctors associated with the royal family. Once she'd said she was pregnant at Eugenie's wedding, and she chose not to use the Queen's doctors, I don't think the palace could do anything about it. They couldn't very well lift her dress up and have a look, and we know they were wary of pissing the Harkles off in any way, so they'd just have to go along with it. I doubt she even told the palace who her doctors were for them to make discreet inquiries. So many suspicious signs that it was a farce. The only thing I can think is if the royal family recommended she announce a miscarriage. But knowing Meghan, she probably refused because she wanted the limelight of being pregnant. The royal family was coerced in some way to cover the fact that she used a surrogate. The lies exposed enough anyway. The fake belly, the discrepancies on dates, the weird birth certificate, weird story with the obstetrician. I mean, the list is so long, of course there's a cover-up. The Harkles made the announcement at Eugenie's wedding and then took off for Australia, and the Harkles spent part of Meghan's pregnancy outside London. Later, Harry didn't even announce when the child was born, but instead made the announcement and handed over the documents. To be fair, if the surrogacy rumours are true, even those who are crisis maestros would be lost on how to handle it. Let's face it, the surrogacy seems far-fetched because pulling a stunt like that sounds impossible. Nobody could imagine a stunt like this being pulled, let alone dealing with the fallout. It will go down as the biggest hoax if true. The revelation comes after a royal commentator has claimed King Charles offered a message to Prince Harry in his Christmas address. Speaking on GB News, Angela Levin said the Duke and Duchess of Sussex watched the King's speech, looking for the slightest error. While Charles opted not to address Harry and Meghan Markle directly, he did so in a more subtle manner, according to Levin. He didn't have to mention or show any pictures of Harry or Meghan, she said. He did quote from the Bible, "Do unto others as you would have done unto yourself." I thought that was a very good hint that Harry might pick up. I'm sure Harry was watching. I think they look for the slightest error so they can pounce. He will be looking to see if they're included and if there's a picture of them so they can see if they can make some sort of fuss about it. The King focused on those going the extra mile to help those around them in his second Christmas speech since he ascended the throne. As Charles spoke, highlights of his past years were shown, including helping plant a tree during a trip to Kenya, his first state visit as monarch with Queen Camilla to a Commonwealth country. Harry and Meghan weren't shown in the video as relations between the royal establishment and the Sussexes continued to be strained.